All right, let's talk about hydrogen again. Once again, hydrogen is a plan for the future, right? Like they're planned to have some nuclear power plants by 5050, maybe, right? It's a plan for the future. You can make up what could we do and how long will it take to get to here, right? And you put an algorithm on it, right? And then it tells you a date and what you could do if you start now or when you start, right? It's like they're talking about with the nuclear power plant. Now the problem is when you get to the hydrogen, you'll be usable and it won't pollute, right? Where in the future with nuclear, it will be reusable. It's cost even more money, so it's more expensive in the future unless you go dig up some more, which costs just as much money and causes problems to reuse nuclear, and you can. It just gets more and more expensive. It's a little bit like lithium batteries, how I've talked about how you can recycle them and reuse some cells and stuff like that and get a little bit more out of them. But you need a lot of recycled to get a little bit back, right? You don't get much and you can only do it so much, right? So it's not a plan really to last a long time. If you can move on as soon as you can, as you've got a time limit. So sooner you start a better plan, the better, right? And so hydrogen, we know we've got a future there because we've already got car companies making engines, right? And they've made an engine that can run on hydrogen, so we know it will work in the car sector, right? And so it's a fuel we can use. We just need to know how to mass produce it and how long will it take, which I've talked about in previous clips before when it comes to hydrogen. But we're in the now. I also talked about in the now about, why let China build all the bad factories when we can, till we can get it right. If we can't get it right, in the now, you see? So we need these factories to get somewhere, as people are talking about. There's no use going the nuclear way at all if you want to go green and save money when it comes to in the now, right? So when it comes to nuclear, you can still think about that, but you talk about the time when you're going to have it, and then people can debate what they can have between that one nuclear to what they can provide when it comes to a competition, and we rather just go this way, right? And the outcomes and the cost, right? Simple as that. Scientists should know this. We shouldn't be really debating it. We should already know the answer of these questions, and that's all we should be talking about. Here's the answer, here's the questions, here's the money. Why are we heading this way? Now let's debate why we're heading this way. You believe this. You believe more money in the end is a better outcome than and the recycling than this way. That you believe you have no hope that this way is going to work. You believe this way it runs on hope and that it will fail in trying to get up hydrogen, right? Say it was that way, right? And enough where the plants would put out more and continue to put out more and can continue if you maintain hydrogen to the same amount of power as what you do getting nuclear going. Right? You can algorithmize that up. Right? Get the scientists, they get the answers. And then when we've got the answers and we know all this, then we take that to the news and we don't propaganda, you see? But if we try to get things earlier than that, what happens? We get a whole lot, we're trying to work it out to the people, we get the answers out there. Get the answer, and then we'll talk about the answers. Huh? That's what I want to see when it comes to people talking about things, and definitely to the people who makes these decisions in the end, or allows people to make these type of decisions that might not look at it the right way, like I asked. So if I ask this, anyone else can ask it. I'm sure it's a fair way of heading a certain direction to get it right. Anyway, have a good one. And yeah, hydrogen, everything's pretty much for the future. What can we have now and got now and fix now so we can head to that right way and keep the power we need if we're upgrading. We obviously need some more of what we can quickly do now for ourselves, more than likely, if you don't want to be independent for other people. And have a good one. See you later.